Good morning, Gateway Fellowship. Thank you once again for joining us for Church at Home this week. We want to pause right here to touch on a handful of announcements and let you know about some important things that you need to know about. The first of those is to update you on our Sunday morning meeting situation. We have received official confirmation that we will not be able to meet at Discovery High School through the month of April. So there won't be any meeting in April at all, and that may get extended further. We don't know yet. Just this week, the State Superintendent of Public Instruction sent a letter out to the county superintendents encouraging them to encourage local districts to close down school for the rest of the school year and into the summer. We're not sure what this is going to mean for us as people who are renting a school campus to meet, or what those timelines might look like, and we're not sure what the shelter-in-place orders are going to look like going forward either. As you can imagine, these things are in flux on an ongoing, day-by-day basis. So we're keeping abreast of the information ourselves, and as we know more, we'll pass more along to you. But for right now, what we know is we will not be meeting at Discovery High School during the month of April. So this includes the congregational meeting we're talking about for April, and the other April events that were going to happen. All of those will be put off later. More information to come. So stay tuned to these videos, to the emails that are going out. Make sure that you're liking our Facebook page. Through all these channels, we'll continue to communicate to you as we know more. Speaking of our Facebook page, we would love to ask you to like our Facebook page if you haven't yet, and also we'd love to hear your stories there. Over the last couple of weeks, we've been sharing with you some creative ways for you to connect and grow and serve together, even in the midst of coronavirus and sheltering in place. And a lot of you have been doing these things, and that's exciting and it's great. And now we want to ask you to share those stories. We would love to hear your stories of what you've been doing to connect with other people from Gateway Fellowship, to connect with neighbors and loved ones and friends, even across these difficulties, these obstacles. What have you been doing to connect with people? What have you been doing to grow spiritually? And how have you been serving others? We'd love to hear those stories so that we can encourage one another to continue to do those things as we serve Jesus, even in the midst of COVID-19. So, share those stories with us on the Facebook page if you would. As those stories pop up on Facebook, like them, click that share button, share with your spheres of influence the stories of what Gateway folks are doing. We'd love to get the word out about those kinds of things. Also, as it pertains to communication, do you know anybody that is not receiving our emails and should be? Somebody from church who just hasn't been getting the email? If you do, we would love for you to forward these emails on to them. Let them know that these emails exist and they're out there. We continue to find people who aren't on our email list and who would like to be, and so whenever we find those people, we add them. So if you're not receiving the emails, or if you know somebody else who isn't, you can let us know. Let Cammie Smelser know. She will add them to the email list. All the contact information about any of that can be found on the email you received to let you know about Church at Home this week. So all the information's there. If there's anybody that's not getting these, we want to make sure that they are. So help us do that if you would. We appreciate it. And finally, that brings us to our offering time. I want to say thank you to all of you. You have responded in a big way to us asking you to continually, faithfully give, even in the midst of our not being able to meet together. You have done this through Tithely and through bill pay and by sending checks in, and we're grateful for that. Thank you. I want to let you know, for the month of March, we were able to meet all of our financial needs. Because of your faithful giving and because of the Lord's provision through you, we met all of our needs, and we praise God for that, and we thank you for that. So please continue to give faithfully. We appreciate it very much, so we can continue to do the things we do as a church. Thank you for your giving and your partnership in this ministry and in the going forward of the gospel. So with all that, we're going to dismiss you to your fellowship break. If you have kids you don't know, perhaps now is the time to meet them and introduce yourself. Go grab a snack in the fridge, find yourself another cup of coffee, and then settle back in for preaching in English and in Spanish. We have videos of both this week. You can click on those links or check them out in the orders of service. Also, communion messages in both English and Spanish. So all this is here for you this week to worship together. Thank you so much for continuing to connect and to grow and to serve together. God bless you, and we'll see you next week.